how's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have the people of Goodfall with us, and they can say their names and what they do in the band.
Hi, I'm Connor, I'm the drummer.
Brian, I play bass.
Chris, I sing and play guitar.
How far are you going to pass this mic?
I'm Ben, I play keys.
My name's Andy, I play guitar as well.
I thought that mic was going to go all the way around, and then you were just going to use this mic. You were going to take this mic.
Actually, I got one of both.
You should end up having both.
Just have both of them. You know, stereo, right? Surround sound.
Surround sound.
Surround sound.
Double fist.
Anyway, guys, so my first question is, how did you start a Goodfall? How did you get your members? Who wants to take the reins on this one?
Ooh. So, years ago we were in a band called Tides. It started with me, Brian, and Chris. And after a while, Ben came on board, and we did that for a while. And after that disbanded, we're all doing our own music things for a while. And eventually Brian brought up the idea of being in a band again. And we all were on different instruments this time around, which made it interesting. And we just ended up writing a bunch of songs. And then after about a year and a half, Andy came on board. And then we made the album.
And how do you like Andy? On a scale of 1 to 10, how does Andy kind of like...
I don't want to answer that right now.
You don't want to answer it? That's...
I can answer that question.
Okay, answer for yourself, please. Thank you. I need this.
I'm going to go with a strong 8.
An 8? Okay, well, what's
I'm feeling good about that.
Why do you feel like you're an 8?
I don't think I should have to explain that.
A self-proclaimed 8 needs explaining.
Okay, I'm not a 10. Because
Why not?
Nobody's perfect. 10's
You're
a perfect
kidding me?
number.
Wait,
Have you looked in a mirror?
Yeah, look into that camera.
I didn't know we were talking about
You're
looks.
beautiful.
Yeah, no. I'm not going to explain this.
That's okay.
But if you want to, Ben might be. Okay, who agrees? Show of hands? Yeah. Okay, so help me explain why I'd be an 8. Why am I leading this interview now? Why am I an 8?
Well, because if
Why
we're
are we
starting at
talking
10, I
about
have to
me
talk
so
you
much?
down. I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, Andy's not good at these things.
Can you get the next question?
Next! Can you edit that out?
No, definitely leaving that in, because we here at Audio Addiction leave everything unaltered, and so it's a clear cut. People know what they're getting into, whether they like it or not, you know? So, but my next question, guys, obviously you're very local to the area, or to my area, so like what are some favorite venues you guys like to play at or catch a show at in your free time? Everybody's very stunned.
Well, Brian, do you have something to say?
I was trying to say that we just recently, local areas, right? And we just played at Hard Rock in Philly. That was awesome. One of my favorite venues that we played at. Back in the day, we used to play at Champ's Bar all the time.
Oh boy.
It's been a minute since we've been there,
Yeah,
but we
I
definitely
feel
think we
that.
should make another visit for old time's sake.
Champs is nice because it's really close. And
Yeah.
most of our friends are from the Hamilton area, so it's 5-10 minutes out of the way. Shout out to the H-Town, So it's really nice to be able to have people come out so close. I mean, I've played there a bunch of times too in the group that I was in right before this, and actually to talk about a little bit more how we met. I was recording here playing bass in a band, and
I'll tell you.
yeah, that's kind of how I got reconnected with Connor and the rest of these guys. I've known them, for a while growing up, but after recording here, we got a lot closer. At least that's how I know.
That's how I got to know
That's so
you.
cute.
Yeah.
And then we stole one from the band he was in. So.
Yep. Nice. Gotta get your way to the top, by just stealing members, right?
Well,
Just guys, just so you know, steal members, right? That's the goal.
Moral of the story.
Goodfall
Moral of the
says
story.
steal members. Steal members. It's always okay.
It's always okay, like you always if you're on like the kickball field and like you get picked the best characters first,
It's true. It's cutthroat.
It's cutthroat.
It's very cutthroat.
That's how music is.
The bar is
Everybody's
high.
cutthroat. No, I'm just kidding.
It's all about violence, and that's it. Someone take this one. I'm ruining the whole thing.
I'm waiting. I can just imagine all of the YouTube people that look at videos. They're just like, man, this is
Going over well.
Yeah, this is going great, guys.
Violence.
But that's awesome because like I said, we all live kind of remotely close in that respect, and I've seen so many shows at Champs that I'm like. Next question, kind of the follow up to the venues. What was the last show that you attended that you didn't play as like a patron?
We just got back from me and my girlfriend just got back from England. We went to Reading and Leeds Festival, which
what?
was amazing.
That's so sick.
It was so sick. You just have 80,000 people screaming the lyrics of whoever's performing. You know, it was crazy just seeing kids like Post Malone up there. Just this 24-year-old making me feel terrible. He's just up there and just rocking, and everybody is just going nuts for this kid. And I'm like, good for you, man. 'Cause you just look out and it's just a sea of people.
That's crazy.
It was awesome. Yeah.
That's awesome. Anybody else?
Well, while they're thinking, the last show that I went to that I didn't play was John Mayer. I saw him in Madison Square Garden.
Oh my god!
Actually, Ben was at that one with me, as was Nicole, who's off camera right now, probably playing Tetris.
It's Candy Crush, probably, right?
Is it Candy Crush?
It's Candy Crush. Yes.
But John Mayer played 2 sets. The first one was a hodgepodge of certain hits.
Yeah,
and
all
some
the
deep
songs
cuts.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, and the second set, much to our surprise and delight, was Continuum in full, which just doesn't happen. And he said that too. It was crazy because in between sets, he came up on the big screen that they have there on his Instagram story. It was a phone screen.
Oh, that's cool.
And he was like, "So this is streaming to millions of people out in the world, and also everybody who is 100 feet from me outside my green room, waiting for me to come back out." And I'm just announcing that I'm going to do something that I've wanted to do for a really, really long time. I'm going to play Continuum in full. And I was like,
I'm green with jealous rage right now.
it was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. Definitely one of the top shows I've ever been to. That was a recent one.
Awesome. And Chris, Brian.
Sure. So I'd actually seen, I think it was about a month or 2 ago, I saw John with Domi and JD Beck.
Ooh,
and that was one of the best shows I think I've ever been to. Because I'd never seen like jazz fusion live. And it was done perfectly. And it was just awesome. And especially that it was just those 2 acts and then it was over. It was nice. But,
yep. Chris?
This summer, to a season near you.
Food gall.
All right, guys. Next question, the big one, obviously. Who are you inspired by musically? Like, who did you start getting into music? Like, who wanted you to want to become a musician and stuff like that? Basically.
For me, it was a little awkward. Started back in the nu metal days with Linkin Park, Korn, Slipknot, and then it turned into more metalcore, like Avenged Sevenfold, All That Remains, and stuff. And then as time went on, I eventually found bands outside the genre that opened my eyes to it a little more. As I've been playing, Gates is the smaller band. They weren't that big at the time. This indie rock emo band, and then it turned from them into the Reign of Kindo, and then all these other bands that had other sounds and influences in them. And from there it's just I'm open to all different genres now and stuff. But I'd say the Reign of Kindo is a huge inspiration for what I want to make in this band.
So I started out, my sister's 4 years older than me. my sister's 4 years older than me, so she got into music before I did. When I was around 9, she was 13, I got into My Chemical Romance. We were obsessed. We were both obsessed. We had the figurines. We had, we both had the little gun armband. We had it all. And from there, I listened to My Chemical Romance, Funeral for a Friend. That's what I started with. That's what really got me into listening to music. What got me into playing was more Oceana and Of Machines. I just, their music, it just hit me in a way. I'm like, you know what? I want to try and create something like this. So those were really the 2 bands that started me writing, and then what kind of formed my writing style was kind of Dance Gavin Dance, the Death Star self-titled. That was one of my first DGD albums that I listened to by them. But that's pretty much it. You guys?
Yeah. So I started off like most people with Metallica. Dad took me to Walmart or some other store, and he was like, "Hey, pick out a CD." So that Master of Puppets just, somehow pulled me in. That was my start, aside from the fact that my family was very into country music. It was always on around me. So up until Metallica, it was nonstop country.
Country boy.
Country boy here.
But that was getting into it. That eventually led to like Avenged Sevenfold, bands like AFI, stuff like that. Just to kind of start really. That was like when I was starting to play music, specifically guitar. And nowadays I'm kind of just into like really anything, like Connor said, but like mainly just prog, metal, Periphery, Intervals, David Maxim, Pliny, those guys. You know, they're like right up here on my my radar. So yeah.
Continue down the line, Ben.
Yeah, first CD I ever got was Trivium. I just really loved the riffs. I loved what they were doing at the time. I was also into other stuff. Just finding stuff on YouTube. Andy McKee was a big influence. John Mayer. Over time, same bands as these guys. We were all hanging out. You know, so everybody's showing each other Up Machines, No Shiana, and Reina Kendo. Reina Kendo was really great for me because it was cool to hear piano in a rock band that was modern. I'm like, oh, okay, I like these guys. I like loved just their writing style in general. And over time, just a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, working with these guys is really something because it's trying to combine all these different styles.
Different genres, yeah, absolutely.
But here we are.
So in terms of like the first music that I started really getting into, I had a very similar start as Connor did, really. Like Linkin Park was my first big band.
Same.
I mean, I loved them. Just the aggression and like just the emotion was super, super big for me. And like going off of that, it ended up turning into like, you know, the emo phase, the quintessential, you know.
I know.
It was bound to happen for us musicians to be fucking sad.
Yeah.
So sad.
Still sad.
Still sad. My Chemical Romance, The Used, they were like both really big, and then I got into heavier stuff too, like As I Lay Dying, and All That Remains, like, and then I got even heavier, like Annotations of an Autopsy, and like really heavy metal kind of shit. But at the same time, I was really into like All Time Low too.
Yeah,
you know,
it's just hilarious. Right?
I mean, like anything that catches my ear is just fine. But you know, as I developed after that, it ended up being like things that were more experimental. Like Dance Gavin Dance was the first band that ended up being really inspirational for me on a level that I couldn't expect, because they had a sound that was unlike anything that I ever heard. The screaming was like so weird. Like I got into them during Downtown Battle Mountain 1. And like the screams were like so like odd compared to other things, and it was very like angular, and the vocals were really, really cool and catchy. So, you know, that's kind of how I got my start with that stuff. Definitely.
Yeah, I know. Ironically enough, you mentioned Kendo. They're playing in Philly like now. Like,
really?
Now.
Wow,
So I was like, if I didn't do this interview, which, you know, gotta do the interviews, fam. But like, you know.
Got you.
But like, I would have been at that
like and
show.
subscribe.
This video gets 1,000 likes. Like I was like, yeah, Kendo, but like they are fantastic. Like. And then also, like, Oceana is doing, like, a reunion.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm
is,
not
like,
going to be here for it.
Oh, you're not?
Nope.
So they're actually playing at Chance.
Yes, I know.
I think it's October 26th, I believe. No one can confirm that. I believe it's the 26th. Are you going to say something?
I know it, yes.
Yes.
I know it was the 26th because me and my fiance are leaving for Italy on the 24th. And I'm borderline just like, hey, you can go without me. This means a lot in here. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah.
Sorry, Shanna.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
You know, about Kendo, I didn't know you were a fan of Kendo.
Oh, I love Kendo.
Yeah, our first track on Now My Babo is kind of like an homage to the moments in between. Because I love that song. Me and Chris kind of made up the main riff of that song, and a lot of the layers of it, like all the textures and everything, are a lot like that song, going in and out. So, yeah, just wanted to say that because I love that song so much. Kendo, love you.
Sorry I couldn't be there. But that's definitely awesome, and like I feel like not a lot of people talk about that band. So whenever I get the chance to, and like people that I know that like that band, I do whatever I can to get them out. So hey, Kendo, if you want to like do an interview, fam, like. Let's get it. But my next question is more pertinent, more relevant. Like, who have you been jamming? What's on your Spotify? What have you been listening to lately? You can pull your phone out.
So, I mean, I'll start since I'm over here. I tend to put, like, my Spotify daily mix on a lot.
As Brian
Throwing things over here.
got it.
So, I tend to, like, put on a daily mix while I'm at work.
Oh, sick. Okay, yeah,
lot,
whatever it curates for you.
Right, right. But a lot of, like, indie stuff. But recently I've been revisiting MGMT's Little Dark Age.
Oh,
yeah.
tight.
I mean, I know it came out
Tight.
fairly recently,
Yeah, yeah.
but that album's got, like, a really nice vibe altogether. And the songwriting on it is really nice. So I've been listening to that. Been listening to mostly that and, like, NPR.
Oh, interesting. I would have never.
Fair enough.
That
In
would
my
be
car, it's
that is the
like-
last thing I would have expected. Is like, yo, man, NPR.
I mean, it's like super informative. I like to keep up to date on what's happening,
Sure.
and
No, yeah.
it's a great way to satisfy that part of me that just wants to be like more depressed about what's going on. You know?
That's great. Emos,
So-
right?
Yeah.
Am I
right? Sadness.
Oh Lord.
I can see Ben trying to keep a straight face. He's just like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
sit
is
next to
that?
this guy.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. You are.
I'm mostly. You just got lower to a 7 here.
Oh.
That hurts.
Yeah, I've mostly been.
Everybody press F in the chat.
I can't with this guy.
Pay your respects.
Pay your respects.
I've mostly just been flipping between two playlists, honestly. I have one playlist where I try to find different pop songs and EDM stuff where I really like the producer, and I really like the vocals are typically just high, pretty female vocals over like really detailed electronic stuff. So that's my one playlist when I'm normally in a good mood. Listen to that one.
Yeah.
And then the bad mood playlist is just all really heavy metal with vocalists who just sound like monsters.
Yeah, I got
that's
you.
my goal.
Yeah.
Is just to find vocalists that just don't even sound human.
That's
Mostly
good.
flipping between those two.
I got you. That's sick. I'm about it. That's metal.
Ooh, I'm caught.
Got you.
So I've been bumping the new Contortionist EP.
Yes.
Our Bones. That has been holding me over pretty well. I also recently stumbled upon an EP by Stephen Turando, I believe is how you say his name.
Yeah.
That album, or that EP rather, rips. I think what
Permanence.
it's called Permanence.
Permanence, yeah.
Permanence.
Okay.
Permanence.
Check
slaps
that out if you
hard.
need the proggy, thrashy, everything. There's like bits of jazz in it. What else have I got? I got my phone right here. I'm just going off what's right here. Arc Echo, that new album, I'm bumping that a lot.
Oh yeah, that's tight. Yeah,
The Neutron, but that goes without saying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm on.
So I've been on a heavy binge lately, and Knocked Loose just released a different shade of blue, and it's sick.
It's so good.
It's great.
It's so heavy. I've been listening to that band called the Callous Dow Boys. They're like this like crazy chaotic mathcore kind of like seems like they got influences from like earlier Under Oath.
Like
It's really it's a lot of Dillinger vibes with them, but when I'm not listening to heavy stuff, like he said, Sean, listen to a lot of like bedroom pop stuff. Like there's a band called Hoops. I don't know if you call that bedroom pop, but just like really easygoing, like
Chill shit.
chorus pedal, reverb, chill shit. Yeah, that's pretty much it for now. What about you?
It's been a weird mix as well. There's this band, I can't even really describe their sound, Hop Along. They're kind of like
Okay, yeah.
indie rock, folk rock, alternative kind of sound. They released an album called Bark Your Head Off Dog like a year ago, and for some reason I just started getting really into it. Between like that, also the new Knock Loose, thanks to Brian, who showed us Counting Worms like a couple months ago, and now I'm all messed up. And yeah, and then Pliny keeps coming in and out. I love Pliny, just like his Sunhead EP, the last album he put out. Everything he does is so good. It's golden. So yeah, that, and also sometimes the disgusting stuff. It'll be Chelsea Grin or
Ooh,
you know,
yeah.
just I don't know, guilty pleasure. Chelsea Grin is so good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that you guys are like diverse. You're not just like, oh, this is straight heavy shit. Like you're all over the map, and I think that like definitely reflects in the type of music you guys put out for sure. But to kind of add to like the heavy train, I know you guys mentioned Knock Loose. Have you guys listened to See You Space Cowboy?
Yes.
They are mental.
They're crazy.
So I figured I'd mention that if you guys didn't check them out already, but it seems like you did, so that's awesome. But my next question is a fun one. If you guys could pick a song to cover, what song would it be?
We can't decide.
That's a good question.
Well,
Help us out.
so here we go. So with every band that I've had a problem with where they don't know what song to pick, I feel like each one of you should have your own choice, and then somebody in the comments should tell them what song you guys should cover.
All right.
We're relying on you guys.
For everyone.
Please
Whatever.
pick for us. We cannot figure it
Yeah.
out.
I really want to do Mr. Brightside, and we all agreed for a little bit. I thought we all agreed.
I
but
never
No. The last
Take the
one.
mic.
explicitly agreed to that. Like, yeah, it's a bop.
You're the last one in the band.
Everyone
You have
knows.
like half a
I
vote.
feel like
You don't count as
Well,
much.
then let's do it. Just make me do it. Learn this. I don't see anyone else.
I
learning
know
the
this.
song.
I'm the drummer.
I
I know every song. It's
I know
just
you know every
it's
song. I know
Jeez,
you know
sorry.
every song.
And Brian wants to do what?
Mr. Brightside.
So I wasn't on the Mr. Brightside train, but
He was.
I hate the song, but I was willing to put up because these guys
It's
could
way
not make
overplayed.
their mind up. So I was like, you know what? If we could do it, we could do it. Whatever.
It's throwing
But-
shit at the Killers right now.
Yes. Sorry, guys. You're just not that good. I'm kidding. That was a joke. That was an absolute joke.
I don't think they're watching this. It's
No, yeah.
the Killers for nothing.
But no, I believe I suggested. I believe I suggested one of two Circa Survive songs.
Oh,
Either,
okay, okay.
What were we
On
saying?
Letting Go. Was
On
one.
Letting Go.
On Letting Go.
Living together?
Or Living Together. I believe those were the choices that I
okay.
offered.
Oh no, it was In Living Together and then Medicine. What was it?
Oh, the only difference
Medicine.
between medicine and poison is the dose.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
that one
yeah.
and Living
Those are
Together.
the
Okay.
choices. But yeah.
Just take both. Take both. Just take both.
No.
I'm really upset that you just said that about the Killers. I'm just gonna throw that one out there.
Wow.
Because I don't.
This is
I
the
don't-
last
I don't
one.
care. I wanted to do Mr. Brightside by the Killers because I've seen at Reading and Leeds. I watched Mayday Parade, and I don't really know any Mayday Parade songs. But we were at Barrier because we were waiting for Enter Shikari. Because that's yeah, they were great. But Mayday Parade did Mr. Brightside like everybody does, and I just saw 60,000 people going nuts. I know that it's like you're gonna play for a room. You want people to have a good time. Everybody in that crowd was losing their mind.
Oh, well, I'm not saying it's not a bop. It's absolutely a bop. No, that's all I I tried to say
It's
it
a
loud
bop,
enough.
guys. You heard
It's
it
a
here from
bop.
Chris. It's definitely a
I
bop.
think it's important for
Not
people
no
to have a
denying.
good time when someone does a cover.
Yeah, sure.
But unfortunately, I think part of the essence of music is fun. If the band's not having fun,
Oh,
people
okay,
aren't going to
okay,
have fun.
okay.
And I don't think I would have a lot of fun playing that song, granted. I haven't learned it. But that song to me, and everyone's going to kill me for this, I don't fucking care.
You're good.
The song is
I'm on.
very overplayed.
You're absolutely right.
And it's like everyone loses their fucking mind when it comes on, and it's like,
I'm sorry, guys.
You know what the good thing is? You really only need 4 people to play that song. I mean, it's
You
got
just got to
what?
go to 2 or 6.
It's got like bass, drums, vocals, guitar, keys, and like the guitar is good. You know, to add to that. So I mean, I think right here.
I'll just go take a bathroom break while you guys fight. It'll be
That's fine.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Not worth my time.
So, I also thought Circa Survive song would have been nice.
Somebody is off
Get
camera
it
giving
out
a
here.
suggestion, so
We are not playing Danny California.
We're never gonna play Danny California.
not Danny.
We're never
California.
gonna play Danny California.
Not Danny California.
Never a Red Hot Chili song.
Yeah. I thought a Circa
their
song
problem.
would be really nice for sure.
Okay.
I had suggested from first to last, like
Ooh.
really from first to last, because
Ooh.
that is, I actually think it's really in line with our sound.
Yes.
For one.
I can see that.
Certain people in the band have
Oh.
gripes against Sonny Moore's vocals, which I understand, but it's not our vocal. Like it's gonna be our.
He's
vocals
bad.
and not-
It's me.
Do you know how old he was?
He was,
It's me,
he was
guys.
like 14
I said
when
it.
he recorded vocals for My Teen Angst Has a Body Count, like, and now he's Skrillex. So
Appreciate.
I feel like
He's important.
I really just let the dogs loose, and
Oh, it was months. Months.
I'm sorry, everyone. But you should definitely weigh in the comments, and if you don't have a song that they like that that was suggested to you, you should let them know in the comments which one you feel like they should do a justice to. So definitely check that out. But my next question is, guys, because we're just, I'm blowing through that question because we're gonna sweep it under the rug and pretend it didn't happen, even though it definitely just happened. But my next question is, favorite food to eat? What's your go-to?
Pasta.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I hate being not stereotypical, but like burritos. Like I love burrito bowls. Any type of Mexican food, really. Like I love nachos too, but like you can't go wrong with a burrito bowl, in my opinion.
Fair enough. I'm always flipping between like some type of Asian cuisine, whether it be pho or ramen or sushi or just like that trifecta. I could have that for the rest of my life, and I would be perfectly content. You don't get this mic. There's one right there. I'm kidding.
I'm a very big advocate for Taco Bell.
Oh.
Anybody that knows me.
You have to look into the camera.
Taco Bell?
This one's specific.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Or whatever one.
TB.
Please sponsor me. I don't care if you sponsor the band. I talk about you so much.
So do I.
So much. To a lot of people.
You just sponsor both of us.
I eat your food all the time. I'm convinced I'm single-handedly keeping the one local to me in business. You gotta, please notice me.
You gotta throw him.
Reciprocating love.
Yeah.
Please.
You gotta throw him a bone.
Please notice him.
Please. Senpai, notice him.
I'm on the burrito train. I'm really into barbecues, burritos, or Chipotle. Yeah.
Okay. I'm about that. My next question, guys. If you could pick somebody to collaborate with, whether it be a guest vocalist on your next record or a producer you'd like to work with in the future, who would it be?
Johnny Craig.
Did you just say Johnny?
I'm glad that wasn't on the microphone.
No microphone.
We're gonna blast that, so just so the audio is just gonna get
Johnny Craig.
Anyway.
That is
a good question.
That's a good question.
Thank you.
One of our friends actually, Mike Rossi, is an incredible vocalist, and I've been trying to get him on our next record. So, Mike Rossi, if you're listening, we want you, at least you. But maybe more people, but you're gonna be on there definitely. But no, I mean, I think Mike's got an incredible voice. I don't know who we would get like famous wise. But Mike's my only suggestion.
Are you saying Mike's not famous?
Not yet.
He's up and coming.
He's up and coming.
Absolutely.
That boy gonna make it.
Yeah.
That boy gonna do it.
He's good.
That boy gonna do it. Anyone else? Are we all contemplating?
Kind of contemplating right now. I'm kind of contemplating.
Yeah, I mean, the only person who I can think of that's remotely big that, would possibly collaborate with us is David Maxim, maybe. Because I know that artists like him, they kind of, because I think he's in like Eastern Europe, they collaborate with people because it's the only way they can make music with each other through the internet and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I just love the way he writes. If you've ever listened to David Maxim, check out Below 3.0 or Below 2.0. He's an amazing songwriter. It's great stuff. So maybe with our style, how it's, a mix of genres, and he kind of does the same thing. We'd be able to conjure up something really cool, another instrumental track, like something dark, but with a David Maxim guest solo, or I don't know. I feel like that would be really cool, and I just really like him, so it'd be cool to work with him on something.
Ben and Chris, you have an answerino?
I'd be happy with any of those choices, to be honest with you. I would be so...
How did I know that was going to happen? Chris?
Just for shits and giggles, getting John Mess to yell on our songs would be really cool.
Let's do it, John.
In my opinion. Or just any guy who can throw down some mean yells. John Mess is the only one that comes to mind. But
Oofy. I like that.
Ben loves
John
John
Mayer.
Mess. He loves John Mess.
he doesn't yell.
John Mayer, if you're listening.
He can yell.
He could do it.
We'll make him yell.
Just
we'll
do it,
force
Ben.
him to
Say
yell.
it. You have your 30 seconds of a spiel to John Mayer if he so chooses to watch
John
this.
Mayer,
We have a shrine.
if you can yell at all.
He's got a sweet baby Jesus voice. You're going to tell me he's going to yell?
Well, especially after a surgery and everything. I'm worried about you, John.
No, same.
But I would love nothing. I would Life couldn't get any better if I had worked with John Mayer for even a little bit.
Like a millisecond.
If I just walked by him, I think that'd be the peak of my life. It'd be amazing. He's perfect. He's a wonderful man, and I would love to work with him.
That's very cute.
Yeah.
This is so sentimental. My heart is so full right now. Oh, this is cute.
Wholesome memes.
Wholesome memes. Next question, guys. If there was another musical instrument you could be super proficient at, what would it be?
Start with him.
Chris, I think.
I mean, I play a little of everything in your generic rock band setting. You know, I started with drums, but I moved to bass and guitar and messed around on keys a little bit. But I never excelled at any of them besides drums. I feel like I'm pretty solid at. But
He says he never excelled. He's really freaking good.
thanks, Brain. I mean, I did do Guitar and Tides, the band that we were in before we did this group. But that just clicked into place. How you doing? But yeah, I would definitely like to be like really good at guitar. That is just. It's so hard to. It's okay to you can pick it up and be all right at it, but to actually excel at guitar takes so much practice. So I give Chris and Andy props for what they do in this band because they're amazing.
And like Connor, I started out with drums. In one of my first bands from Day to Daybreak, and then Tides, and then I started getting into guitar a lot. Actually, there's a emo band called Pass Fail I was in for like about a month or two. I played drums in. But I picked up guitar for a little bit, just like bedroom guitar, Instagram videos and stuff. And then, which we actually left out from earlier, when the band started, I believe it was you, Ben, and Chris, and I kind of came in as like a afterthought, like maybe like a week later, because I didn't play bass at the time. I was just, they were just like, well, we need a bass player, so do you think you can do it? And I played drums and guitar, so I figured that's the next step.
Yeah.
So, and then I learned bass, and now I'm here.
Mandolin.
Ooh.
I would love to pick up a mandolin. It just seems so fun to play. Like, I'll look up YouTube videos. Or a lap steel. Either or, I would be so happy and content if I could learn either one of those to like the most minimum bare bones extent.
I always wish I could play like a cello.
Oof. Okay.
But for functional purposes, I'm the only one in the band who can at least hold a beat on a drum kit. I'm pretty useless, so I would love to learn drums just to be able to hold my own a little bit.
That.
I love to play the drums, and I always wanted to play drums before anything else. So that's something I would love to like be as, but I'm okay as a drummer, so I can't say that would be the thing that I wish I was like more proficient in.
Yeah.
But I think it would be sick to play accordion.
Ooh, just a rip accordion solo.
Just like it's like
Is that gonna
it just makes my heart melt.
Yeah,
you know what I
feel
mean?
that.
It's
Are you gonna start a polka side project?
No, not polka.
Yes.
Just maybe.
Or all of your music is just going to be polka-fied, I feel.
I am down for that. We're gonna do the polka EP. Polka.
The
polka
P.
Polka P. Definitely. It's happening.
Sure.
Keep an eye out. 2022. Polka P.
Oh my god.
It's definitely gonna happen. Back to you, Brandon.
Wow, are we on a newscast? This is really cool. I'm gonna make a...
Or Goodfall. The song's called Danny California.
Oh my god, please stop. Anyway, next question. My favorite one that I love asking. If you could be a video game character, who would you be? Because I'm a nerd.
Link.
Just so you guys know. Everyone.
I grew up playing Zelda. You didn't ask for a backstory, but I grew up playing Zelda.
You didn't ask for it, but you got it anyway.
Link.
Kratos from God of War.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I'll take Ness because he's annoying as all hell.
He can't fire.
Fucking Jesus. Definitely Navi from Legend of Zelda. Just
Oof.
a little thing that floated around Link and annoyed him. I just kept telling him to do things. I kind of feel like that's just my calling.
Can't do that.
Kind of like
float around fucking
it's
annoying.
kind of like me at practice. Like you guys were diddling with like some idea. I'm just like, no, don't try this. Put that over here.
I think one of my favorite and one of the most unsung heroes of Legend of Zelda franchise is Tingle. The
Yeah.
little balloon.
You look like him.
But I I think Tingle is underrepresented in Zelda games. So Nintendo, if you're listening to me, more Tingle, please.
Can we for those of you who are talented enough with the pen and the paper, can we get some fan art of Brian being a Tingle?
Yes,
Please. You're welcome. You're welcome, internet. Anyway,
but longer. He's short but like long. You know what I mean? He's short but long.
He's kind of wide.
Is
He's
he?
He's a thick
wide.
boy.
Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong Tingle.
He's like in a green like jumpsuit with red.
all right. Well, we're gonna just roll over like that didn't happen. That was definitely censored out. Anyway, my next question, guys. If you could compile a dream tour, who would be on the lineup? And this is including your band because I feel like people have been like, this isn't including my band nowadays.
Can I say Hail the Sun? Is everybody behind me?
Oh,
Okay,
so
I feel like each one of you should pick a band and that'll be your tour.
yeah.
Alright, Hail the Sun, alright.
He's gonna say John Mayer.
He's gonna say John Mayer.
Gravity!
I'll say Ring of Tinto.
Fuck, man, that was mine.
What'd you say?
Well, you thought you knew me, so I took yours.
He said he was gonna say John Mayer, but he took my band. He knew what I was gonna say. That's cheating. You can't do. Okay.
Oof.
I'm already inside your head, bud.
What did you say?
Rain of Kindo. Kindo.
Kindo.
Intervals.
Ooh,
Absolutely.
okay, this
That'd be
will
cool.
work. This is working. I'm working.
I would love to play with Nova Charisma, that new
Oh,
band with
yeah.
Sergio Medina and Donovan. I think that new what was it, Exposition they released was awesome,
yes.
and I think they would be a good fit on the tour.
Oh my god, we're
Totally.
John Mayer.
I see what you did there.
Oh.
John Mayer.
Oh my god.
Murder.
Shots fired.
This is
John Mayer.
I am tearing this band apart. I'm sorry.
You've been apart.
It's been nice knowing all of you. This is our last interview we'll ever do. It's been nice. Anyway, next question, guys. In your opinion, who puts on a great live show? Live performance.
When we were over in Reading, I wasn't really into 21 Pilots music beforehand.
Yeah.
But seeing them live, they put on quite a show.
I'm sure, yeah.
They lit a car on fire.
No, they didn't.
They did.
That's
It was
tight.
awesome.
That's
they,
tight.
they had 80,000 people jumping to the left for 8 beats and then jumping to the right for 8 beats.
Okay, yeah.
There's a video of that. It looks insane. The whole time I was watching them, even though I wasn't super familiar with their stuff,
Yeah.
I was just super into it. They put on a great spectacle. You know,
Sure.
it was really great.
Yeah. Chris?
So I don't know if any of you guys remember, but there used to be this band called the Venetia Fair.
Oh, yes.
And
oh.
they would go absolutely nuts live. The keyboard player would do jumping front flips over his keyboard into the crowd, just doing all types of crazy stuff. The guitarists would run around, throw their guitars to each other. Vocalist going absolutely nuts as well, ripping his clothes off and stuff. Not in that type of way, but well, I guess
Maybe.
there's only one way you can really do that.
Yeah.
But no, those guys. I was young and impressionable when I saw them, and that left an impression.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That reminds me of Slipknot too. Slipknot back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, their shows. What I would have done to be in that crew.
Oh, what up? Got real Italian on me.
So, not too long ago, me, Connor, and Brian went to Anaheim, California for Swan Fest.
Oh, yes, that's sick.
And, I mean, it was so fun.
I'm sure.
But Royal Coda played, and
Yes.
and anything that Sergio Medina plays in is
He's wild.
He's wild. He's
Yeah.
totally wild, and just the way that he just melts into the music
Yeah.
with his stage presence is awesome.
Love you,
But
Sergio.
yeah, you're great.
You're great.
But other than that, there's this band called Adventurer,
Yes.
and
yes.
they're hitting this spot for me that the Fall of Troy never got to, because I never got to see the
Yeah.
Fall of Troy
Yeah,
live.
yeah,
they were
yeah.
so huge for me growing up. I'll add that to the question you asked
Sequence.
earlier about that Doppelganger Manipulator,
yeah.
so good. Adventure's got really good stage
Yeah.
presence.
They're
too.
tight.
Yeah.
Brian, Connor?
A band that never really resonated with me on the record, but just blew me away live was Little Tybee.
Yes.
They have a really unique sound, and I feel like no matter how you record them, it's just not going to get across what they really have to offer. You see them live, and it's just, from the lowest bass to the violin and the singer's voice. It's just this sonic sound that just hits you, and they're fantastic.
Speaking of hitting you, so I think one of my favorite shows I've been to was Under Oath when they first came back from hiatus.
Oh,
and they played Define the Great Line.
And now they're only chasing safety.
Back to back
Yeah,
in their
what's that?
entirety. Just feeling the whole crowd, just the energy of that was incredible. Definitely one of my favorite shows, and I've seen Under Oath multiple times. Funny story about seeing Under Oath live. I walked into Warped Tour as they were playing. I don't remember what year it was, but literally right when I looked up stage, I saw them drop somebody, picked her back up, and she had like a second elbow. Her arm just broke clean right there.
What?
It was brutal. It's like, well, welcome to Warped Tour, right?
Oh
like,
my god. Yikes. That's nasty. I'm all about it though, because like Under Oath is like, again, one of those bands I grew up listening to too, and like I have on my wall, I have when I thought they were like going away forever, like I got one of their posters for like the Philly date, and I had it signed all by them,
cool.
like, in my apartment. So like that's my pride and joy. I love having that, and so like, and that show was awesome too, because like Let Live opened for them,
God.
and they are
They're wild.
monsters. Like I always tell this story, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but like Jason, it was like the last song, and they're like, we're not playing like a show like this ever again. So they like unplugged the bass cab and threw the bass cab out into the crowd, and then Jason was like, I'm gonna look at the drummer, we're gonna count it in, and I'm gonna go hop on that bass cab, and you're gonna surf me around.
Oh my god.
So he's like, 1, 2, 3, and you see him just jump off the stage onto his bass cab, and he's just riding it in the crowd. And I'm like, and I've heard like other stories where he's like eating a light bulb, and like the glass is like hanging out of his mouth and shit. Like,
Have you ever heard of Foxy Shazam?
yeah, they're nuts.
They're nuts live
They're nuts too.
I saw them with Circus Survive at Croc Rock in Allentown, PA before it closed,
Old
and
school.
I watched the singer go on. He was on stage and he's like, "Everybody, give me all your cigarettes!" And everybody's throwing cigarettes on stage. He had like 20 cigarettes in his mouth.
Like lit cigarettes?
Not yet. On his mouth. Now give me a lighter. Someone give me a lighter.
Oh my god.
Threw
Oh,
a lighter.
everybody's
He lit them
throwing
all.
lighters at him.
Dragged them all down and then ate them. He ate them. He ate them all. He ate them all.
Oh my god.
I was like, am I tripping? What's happening?
Yeah.
This is incredible.
Is this real? Like,
It
is
was
this
very
life? Yeah.
real and very incredible, and they were an amazing band that, you know.
Never really saw the light. Yeah.
Right. They went in this pop direction that like fizzled out. They were
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah. No, they're fantastic.
But yeah, I love them a lot.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
My next question, guys, is another fun one. Favorite TV show, favorite movie?
Ooh.
Ooh, I saw everybody's face like immediately.
Okay.
Go
well,
to.
I mean, it would Breaking Bad.
Oh my god,
Breaking Bad is
man!
so
Like,
good.
you like
I'm-
drugs or something?
Didn't know. No, I'm watching The Good Place right now.
Oh, tight. Okay.
Yeah, and it's really, really fun, really witty, and like just a lot of fun. In terms of favorite movie, that's always hard to answer, but I'm gonna go with Scooby Doo, Zombie Island.
Wow.
Yeah,
Would have
dude.
never.
Yeah.
Would have never guessed that.
Probably watched that movie like 100 times, probably more. I don't know, a lot of times. It was good.
Many times.
Many times.
Oh, many times, man.
Favorite show, like the ones that I always go back to is probably The Office or Arrested Development.
Yeah.
They're just really solid rewatch shows. Favorite movie, for the longest time, I can't think of any other one, so I'll just say Requiem for a Dream. I love that movie.
yeah.
I love everything about how they did it. It was just gorgeous and super sad, and I can't make it through it still.
Feel.
I'm not a huge like TV head or movie head, but I'm gonna be a semi cop out. Game of Thrones, it's a great
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
I really like that a lot. Movie, that is a really good question. I'm probably gonna have to say Castaway.
Ooh, okay.
Castaway was great.
Tom Hanks classic there.
Great.
Brian?
So my favorite movie is definitely the first Silent Hill movie.
Ooh, okay.
I love Silent Hill 2 and 3. Those are two games I grew up playing. Even though it doesn't stay true to the canon, I love the movie so much. My favorite show is probably Skins UK.
Ooh.
I can just, not only is it, because it's 2 volumes per, like, I think like group of people, right? I think I haven't watched it in a while, but I like that it grips you in for a while, and then like I'm watching it with my girlfriend again. It's so easy to restart, and it's so interesting. But
I like to laugh a lot, so I go with just weird comedies. For some reason, I don't know if anyone knows the movie Tommy Boy. Chris Farley from like the 90s.
That's classic. Yeah.
It's like not even that great or funny, but there's just something about it. I don't know. I love Chris Farley. He was great. So Tommy Boy, or maybe even Pineapple Express. That's a movie that I feel like is held up. Like I watched that for the first time again the other week, and it was still hilarious. I was like, it's probably stupid now. Now it's even better. It's like way better. And for like TV show, also with comedies, I loved, Scrubs was a big one.
Yeah.
I really loved that show. If I wasn't going to go comedy, I'd say like Black Mirror or something like darker like that. I don't know. I like stuff that just surprises you.
Alright, guys. Next question. If you're trapped on a desert island for the next month, and there was one record you could bring with you, what record would it be? Just have to remember, it's 1 month. It's not for an eternity, so
Okay.
I feel like that helps a little bit. Yeah, Chris?
Language by the Contortionist. That's all I need for the rest of my life, but a month, easy.
Brian?
I'd probably say Sean's new self-titled.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
I'd say The Hotelier, like No Place Is Home, or what is it? I always forget.
Like Home, No
Places.
Places.
Yeah, something like that. But it's a really great album from start to finish. The songs, for some reason, don't get old for me. So that's like Home, No Place Is There.
I think.
Can you clear this up for us?
We'll dub it.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments below.
Only wrong answers.
Only
in the
wrong
comments.
Only wrong answers.
I feel like if I were listening to any song for an entire month, I'd probably lose my mind. So sometimes I like to throw on NASA Sounds of Space. You know, like the.
Oh wow. Okay.
NASA.
What a
What a douche! I like space rocks.
It's good, man. It's good. It's just white noise.
Getting out of here.
I feel like this is the
Ben likes space, everybody.
I feel like this is the Connor and Ben like who's gonna get pissed off.
I
Yeah.
love making Connor upset.
Like No Place
More
Is
than anything. I'd probably pick Battle Studies by John Mayer.
Oh. Could I pick
No,
that?
no.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with Pink Lemonade by Closure and Lost.
Oh yes!
Amazing.
Love that album.
That's great. That's an underrated one. I feel like First Temple is a little bit higher up on my list. Just
I agree,
Vanguard,
but I just
I mean-
had so much listening to that. Yeah, Vanguard. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I mean, I'll let you keep that one. I'll
Okay.
keep Pink Lemonade.
that's not
We'll
my
switch
that's
next
not my
month.
that's not my favorite, but like but I can respect the answer.
Yeah, I that's a good answer for me right now. I'm
Okay.
very indecisive, and I love that album.
There we go. Awesome. And the last thing, guys, the most important thing, tell them about Goodfall, where they can find you at, and anything coming up in the next couple months. Brian.
Oh, God.
Next couple months, so we have tomorrow, we're playing Dorffest. Show-wise, we're playing Dorffest tomorrow.
Be there.
Please be
I'm gonna
there.
edit it.
Oh my god.
Guys, I'm gonna edit it right now. Right here. No, I'm not. But
So we're playing Dorffest tomorrow with a bunch of really cool locals. Then again with cool locals, we're be playing at the Barbary in September. So that's in Philly, for those who don't know. So we'll be in Philly at the Barbary on September 21st. We'll be playing with, it's going to start off with Rally Point, us, and then we got 2319 and Good Game. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And after that, we're taking a little show hiatus for a bit, and we're going to start writing an EP. We'll finish writing it. We've already started. But anyone have anything else to add?
Yeah. Keep an eye out for that EP. We're hoping for, let's say, like
Don't say
next time. We're hoping to tell
later.
you next
Later, it'll
time.
be later that we release that EP. Not
So
now, but
we'll
later.
tell you when we're gonna do it.
He's holding us accountable.
the internet is holding
Find
you
us.
accountable.
Find us on the internet if you want. We're there. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram.
Instagram, definitely.
We're on. What else is there? Jesus Christ.
MySpace.
Are you gonna do your?
We're on MySpace. There's the cough. Ben, take it over.
I'm sorry I have to talk into that.
I didn't call up into it.
Yeah, our I believe is Goodfall Band. For if you want to find us on any social medias, that's the only thing I would think to add. I think Brian did a pretty good job of nailing when we have the shows who we're playing with, where they're going to be.
Thank you. Thank you for all of. If you know us coming into
Yes.
the interview,
Now
thank
you
you
know.
for being a fan. If you don't know of us yet, check out our music. Guarantee you'll like it. There's a little bit of everything for everyone in there. Yeah.
Bandcamp too.
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp
Yes.
plug.
Back to Andy.
Yeah, here.
Back to Andy.
Back to
Cough.
Andy.
So I'm not
Now back
coughing
to you,
anymore. We have merch on Bandcamp. We're bandcamp.com/goodfall.
No.
I really thought I was gonna roll with that. It was gonna be fine.
Like hell you were. It's goodfallband.bandcamp.com/merch. And you'll find shirts.
Just do Bandcamp.
You'll find CDs. Yeah, so just go to our Bandcamp and you'll see the merch there.
Our lyrics are also up on there if you want to
Yes,
sing
we
along.
also have our lyrics there. If you want to sing along at shows, feel free. And yeah, that's what a Bandcamp is. You're welcome.
So anyway, you should definitely go check out Goodfall. Links are in the description where you can find out about the band, all of their music, and when they have shows. Obviously, New Jersey based, otherwise this would not happen. But it's always cool to see and just have New Jersey bands on, and I always try to do my best to have those types of bands on here as well, just because all about the local scene. And if you enjoy this interview, share it, like it, subscribe. It goes a long way. And thanks, of course, to Goodfall for joining me tonight.
Thank you for having us, Brandon.
You may or may not see a funny skit in like 2 seconds. This is where I cut. This is where I would be cutting right now. I don't
Smash
know.
that like button.
Smash that!
Cut it!
Smash that like button.
Smash that! Here, Chris, you can send them out.
I'm Chris and I'm sending you out. It's been real, bros.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, of course. If you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.